Think your drains can handle anything? I'm going to tell you 5 things that will destroy your pipes faster than you could imagine. Listen, your drains, this modern day plumbing is an amazing invention. It brings us fresh water and it takes the not so fresh water away and it keeps them separate so they never intertwine. Very important for the health and safety of our nation. Not all countries are afforded that same luxury, convenience, necessity that we here are. Now, with that said, we never see our pipes, except maybe the little piece that we see when we look under the sink or under the bathroom vanity. Out of sight, out of mind, most of them are underground. You might see them in your basement, right? But in the walls, underground, especially the sewer lines. So we don't really think about them, but we interact with them every day. From waking up and shaving or, getting your face ready, using the restrooms, showering, washing the dishes, laundering the clothes. We interact with the plumbing constantly. So let's take care of our plumbing, right? And by taking care of your plumbing, you'll save yourself some money and hassle. So how do you do that? Well, first and foremost, on the sewer side, on the drain side, there's some things you should never put. The first, I'm going to tell you, people are going to disagree with me, and it's the biggest lie. Strong word, isn't it? But it is. And that is flushable wipes. There's really no such thing as a flushable wipe. Do not put wipes down the toilet. Why? Well, even if they make it through your sewage line, out of your home, they wreak havoc for the municipalities, right? When they end up in water treatment plants or along the way, the very nature of them and what's in them can interact with the other things in the sewer line and cause these big, blockages, right? So it may not necessarily affect you at your point of use, but it could affect downstream. And it is a big problem for the municipalities. So don't stick them down there. They're not flushable, right? They're not flushable. Why are they not flushable? Because if they were designed to be flushable, you wouldn't be able to use them as a wipe. Did you ever take a piece of toilet paper and wet it and try and use it to clean something, right? Challenge. Go grab some toilet paper, put some water on it, and scrub your face with it, right? Yeah, it's gonna work a little bit, but you're not gonna be getting that ravioli stain out of your child's face, right? The corner of the lips, it's gonna fall apart, it's gonna crumble. Why? They're designed to dissolve quickly in water, right? Wipes are not designed, they're more durable. They have ingredients in them that keep them more durable. They usually have other things that are put into them for scent and cleansing ability and antimicrobial and things like that. So do not put the wipes down your drain. Save everybody a whole heck of a lot of trouble, inconvenience. If they were flushable, you would not see signs everywhere you go. Do not put wipes in the pipes. Why do people that own restaurants and hotels and rest areas and all these different places put those signs? Why? Because they've experienced problems from people putting flushable wipes in the pipes. Don't do it. Number 2, do not put kitty litter down the toilet. Some of you are probably like, well, I would never do that. Why would I do that? And others of you may be saying, well, I always do that. Why would I do that? Same thing. May not cause you immediate problems. Downline, it's going to cause problems. There is clay type compounds in kitty litter. It expands, right? It's not good for the pipes. Keep it out of the pipes. The other thing is, in the feces, there are sometimes from cats, different, I don't want to say parasites, but things that can be in cat feces that get into the sewer system, into the sewage treatment plants, and survive in that environment. And it's totally not good for the sewage treatment plants. Sewage treatment plants, believe it or not, are really weird, fascinating pieces of engineering. So let's do what we can to help, whether it impacts us at point of use or further downstream. All right, so no flushable wipes, no kitty litter. Number 3, fats, oils, and grease. Fogs, right? Fats, oils, and grease. The grease, you get done cooking, there's some grease in a pan. It's often poured into an empty soup can or something like that to allow it to harden. Well, the very nature of how that hardens is why you keep it out of the drains, because that will harden at some point in the drain. See, A lot of times, unless you've actually seen a camera go into a drain, you may not know that there's not water constantly running in the sewer pipes from your home. They're dry unless you're running water. So just keep that in mind, that you dump that in there, and even if you flush water, it's going to eventually separate. Just keep it out of there, do the deal, let it cool, and dispose of it outside of your sewer system, all right? Oils, same thing. Grease, fats, oils, grease, they're all, kind of the same makeup. And obviously we're not talking motor oil. God, would hope you wouldn't pour that down the drain, but but fats, oils, grease, we're talking about like household cooking and things like that, okay? And in that fats, oils, and grease, I would say, if in doubt, dump it into like a metal can, right? Don't take any risks. That will clog your lines. We had a very nasty kitchen sink clog. Rice and a bunch of other stuff that was in the rice got down in there, and man, it was a challenge to clear that. Luckily, it didn't go into the main sewer line, but it took their kitchen sink out of commission until we could get that cleared. The last thing are components of things like bones. Keep the chicken bones out, okay? Keep the things that you think you can just flush away and no one will know about, right? Like, I don't know, bones through the garbage disposal, that type of thing. Anything that, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head, the things we've seen people put down sinks and down drains. We actually have kids that get creative sometimes and will put plastic toys down drains. They don't make it very far. That usually involves pulling the toilet and having to get that out of the toilet. So keep in mind, water and those type of things that are liquid, that belong in the drain, right? Don't have to go into a lot of detail in what you should go in the toilet that belongs there. Don't have to go into a lot of detail what goes down the shower drain. The sinks, especially in the kitchen, get a little bit more creative. So in that fifth item, which is the chicken bones and the solids and those things, also chemicals. Don't dump your cleaning chemicals down the drain, all right? There's ways to dispose of them. Just keep in mind that it just doesn't magically disappear. It goes downstream, it goes to a sewage treatment plant. And this water is, believe it or not, can be cleaned to the level in many of them that you could technically drink it. Don't worry, we're not drinking it, but we are using it to irrigate and things of that nature. So be smart, protect your pipes, let them live to fight another day.